Welcome to the review of the month. This is December. It was my first month on this island, and it was an emotional roller coaster, I have to admit. It was a bit of a quiet month, a lot of isolation once again. It was me setting my roots, but yeah, I'm gonna tell you all about this, because this month I've been up to some stuff, honestly. One of them was that I landed my first job. First job, let's go. On the 4th of December, I went to photograph a retreat for 5 days. I was in Lajares at the foot of a volcano. It was a beautiful house, like a beautiful villa, really fancy, huge pool, beautiful views of the volcano. The garden was crazy too. And the people at the retreat were really nice. I got to be part of the retreat itself. The retreat itself was about like yoga, meditation, some workshops about manifesting your 2026, some goal setting, some New Year's resolutions, I guess. And I took part in all of it. And on top of that, documented the whole process. And some of the photos I got, I was really happy with. Those were really cool. I think that was on the first day of the retreat when I came there. And you know, these yoga people, they're a bit more physical, right? They like hugs. And I got hugged by the yoga teacher. And I thought to myself, wow, I miss this shit. And by that time, that was just the first week of me living here on the island. And I was already so touch deprived that I was kind of shocked when he actually hugged me. And that was just 1 week in, right? Crazy. But it was quite a drastic change from meeting my friends every day, basically, before I left, right? The days leading up to me leaving, I met a friend every night. And I was also working. I was living at home with my parents. So a lot of people around me. And then all of a sudden, I was just completely alone. I mean, I chose this, right? But still, I felt lonely. And it has gotten a bit better. Like now, because I've gone to the gym so many times and I've made some gym bros there. I think like 2 weeks ago, I was coming back from the gym. I talked to like 3-4 gym bros there. People that I see there like all the time and talk to regularly. And I came back home, sat on the couch, and I was thinking to myself, wow, today my social needs were met. Like me talking to these 3-4 people at the gym was sufficient to feel like not socially deprived, at least, right? What else have I been up to? Like after the job was done, I needed to bring back my rental car because I had a rental car for the first 2 weeks of me being here. I had to bring that back to the airport, and then I took the bus back. And on the bus ride, I was sitting next to a Spanish girl, and we kind of started talking in Spanish. And I remember 2 days before this instance, me talking with this girl for 40 minutes in Spanish, I wrote in my diary that was not happy with my progress in Spanish. And literally 2 days after me writing this, I had to practice 40 minutes of conversational Spanish. And I kind of managed, right? I think I understood at least what she was telling me. And I could also tell her some stuff that made some sense, but ultimately, I don't know. I still practice my Spanish, and I'm pretty proud of this. And I feel like I'm going on to side tangents here, but I wanna explore this now a bit further, like this feeling, because I felt it so many times during this month, like me building up the courage to talk to a stranger, then talking to them. I need to build up even more courage if it's in Spanish, right? So I got off my shell. I talked to a stranger. And then I'm filled with this euphoria. You know, I've done it. I'm kind of proud of myself for jumping over my own shadow and just talking. And then, just as quickly as this euphoria came, it goes away again. And I feel alone once again. And this was like a continuous pattern I've experienced so many times throughout this month. But I feel now it's getting better. It's getting a lot better. And, you know, as much as I'm now trying to paint the picture of the sad, lonely boy here in Fuerteventura, I actually wasn't. The last week, my two friends were here. One from Germany, one from the Netherlands, and we spent Christmas together, which was awesome because we explored the island a bunch. For example, we went to the Palm Tree Valley, which was really cool because the rest of the island, I mean, you've seen it from my video so far, is pretty deserty. It's a bunch of rocks and sand, pretty brown. You know, me as the redneck cosplayer that I am, I like that stuff. But sometimes a bit of greenery is also nice, isn't it? So the Palm Tree Valley lived up to its name. I actually don't know if it's called like this or if I just made it up. We're just gonna run with it. We also went to Lobos Island, which is a little island just off the coast of my town. It's a natural reserve, or natural park, and we went there by speedboat. And although we only had like 2 hours to spend on the island, we just walked around a bit and explored it. I think the boat ride was my favorite thing from the whole day because, you know, I felt like DJ Khaled on these jet skis, right? Wind blasting in his face, and like, you know, this is how I felt. It was so cool just riding these speedboats. And Christmas we spent at home cooking a nice dinner and then watching a Christmas movie. I think that's how it should be spent. And I didn't actually miss Germany too much. Like last year, I had already spent Christmas away from home. I was in Valencia with a couple of Erasmus friends. And this was also like a good Christmas. And this year too. Like, I don't know how it is for you guys, but honestly, the older I get, the less kind of special Christmas gets for me. It might be different when I'm having children, but for now, like, yeah, Christmas is a bit of a festivity, but you know, like, it's alright. But as nice as it was to have my friends around, I felt myself getting agitated a little bit from time to time. Not really at them, but more at myself, because I have this like obnoxiously high standard for hygiene. And when I'm all alone, like it's not that bad. Some disorganization I can tolerate, but when I have people around, I turn into this like control freak that likes to clean up everything. And then when people don't live up to the standards that I've set for them in my head, I kind of get agitated. But this time, when I saw that these feelings arose in me, I tried to stop myself before just lashing out at them because I knew that what I was asking was unreasonable. It was too critical of myself because if it was just me in this flat, I wouldn't actually uphold myself to the same high standards. So I just had to learn how to deal with all of that. And I think I managed. My friends told me that at times I was maybe a bit more quiet than usual, but it was because I was fighting the demons. I was battling the demons in my head, you know, the hygiene demons. But as I said, it was really nice having my friends around, but it was also an emotional roller coaster. Like I went from zero, complete isolation, just talking to strangers, to having my friends around 24/7 and doing stuff with them. It was quite a change. What else happened this month? Oh yeah, my business, my own business, my sports business, my sports therapy business, unfortunately didn't get off of the ground just yet. I finally finished the flyer for my walking club, which I promised myself to do for the last few weeks now. And I'm finally ready to distribute it and then to actually do it next year. I'm going to tell you all how that went in January's review. But I don't know, like apart from that, I hadn't really done much for the sports business. And I felt like I was behind. Also this month I experienced a bunch of longing and rejection. And you can listen to me yap about that in another video. I don't want to, tint the really positive tone of this video by just opening that wound up again. But what else have I been up to? Let me just check my notes if I did forget anything. Oh yeah, that was really cool. I finally hung up some photographs, some Polaroids, some photographs from the US, from Spain, and also some paintings in my flat. And I've done this last year in Spain too, when I moved into my first ever solo apartment. And it made a huge difference. It makes the space feel more like it's yours. And another benefit I see is that, you know, sometimes I'm on Instagram, on YouTube, and I see sick photos and videos. I'm like, oh, damn, these are so cool. I could never, on some pygmy boy bullshit, you know? But with your own work around, like when I have my photos all around me, I just look at this video, then I look at the wall, and I'm thinking to myself, you know, this is a sick video or photo I see on Instagram, but your boy has also done some cool stuff, right? And now this apartment is really feeling more like home. Like, still I'm gonna add some stuff and change some more things, but just hanging up with a couple of pictures made a world of a difference. So I would encourage you to just do the same. Like, it doesn't have to be photos. It can also be, I don't know, a concert ticket that you really enjoy, that you hang up, or some photos with your friends, or I don't know, the first magazine you were featured in. I don't know, just hang something up on your wall to make it feel more like you. I think that's really important, and this was a really nice moment in my month when I did that, to be surrounded by my own work. What else did I do? Oh yeah, I watched a lot of archaeology videos. I've recently been really into archaeology. I've been just enjoying watching videos and learning about prehistory, about different archaeological finds and different time periods, and I'm always amazed at what people did in the past, because I always imagine it to be so much harder. And then look at me over here, right? Like complaining, oh, my life is so hard right now. I'm feeling so lonely, even though I get to go to the beach every day and go to the gym and just, you know, eat, sleep, beach, repeat, and train too. It really puts things into perspective. And I don't know, I'm just fascinated by prehistory. I think it's going to continue. I at least hope it does, because there's still so much we don't know about what happened in prehistory, and it's just so cool. It's just so cool. So what I was proud of this month was that I created and I took action despite a lot of emotional noise. This was something I'd done, like for example with the flyer, like when I finally just sat down and created the flyer, that was good. Or when I felt like I was in a mental loop and I just went out and drew something. Action, I notice, always just takes me out of my head and puts me back into reality, puts me back into the present moment. This was really good, and something I strive for in the next month as well. Like, I've already been pretty action the last couple of days, and it really helped me, I feel like. I think I'm gonna end this video with just a fire picture of a trash can I took. Just leave it at that for this month, and I will see you in the new year. I guess when you see it, it's already the new year, but I will see you at the end of January to tell you all about how my walking club went. Until then, I hope you put up some photos on your wall, or some other stuff, I don't really care, and talk to you soon. Take care. Ciao, ciao.